Do we put our hands on the
You could, because the person next to you feels comfortable with you putting their hands on. So, just wanted to do the Friday reminder. End of the week, we're all ready for the weekend. Besides Ahmed, he'd rather it be Monday, but the rest of us, our week is over. We're ready to move on, spend time with our families and loved ones. As I keep reminding you every Friday, and I'll continue to do so, and we'll all continue to hopefully remind each other. 70% of our drivers are on the road, waiting and hoping that we have their best interests in mind. I think it's safe to say that we do, but we have to continue to make sure that we show that. From the bidding side, it's quite obvious. Focus on what type of load you're booking. It's not just about getting a load. It's about getting the load that makes sense. Ultimately, almost any load makes sense for the right price, right? But if I'm a driver and I'm 200 miles from home, and you send me 300 miles in the opposite direction that delivers tomorrow, it's probably not the load I'm hoping for, right? Unless it pays really, really well. So just take those things into account. Look at it at the end of the day, everybody, getting the load for the driver is the biggest priority. But being selective, going down in the prices for the loads that are going towards their home, or that are longer loads that are going to keep them busy on the weekend, and then going up on prices on the other loads. And then just being willing to go above and beyond to book that perfect load. We've all seen that one perfect load that pops up. We had one last night for a guy that lives in Arizona that was going to Arizona, and we have to be able to recognize that and really go above and beyond to lock it down. Just a quick question for the dispatch, the bidding side. What do you think is the biggest thing that our customers want from us? And then what do you think is the biggest thing that our drivers want from us, in your guys' experience or opinion?
Security.
Okay.
From the broker's side, from the driver's side, well, payment and personal life.
Okay. What about the customer service ops side? What do you guys think is the biggest thing that customers care about when they interact with us?
Being on time.
Honest.
Taking ownership of the load.
Sure.
Staying on top of it.
Sure. And the drivers?
On the driver's side, making sure that they're taken care of, not left aside, that they don't wait for much, so their load goes smoothly.
Yeah.
Problem solve as quickly as possible, provide a pickup number, give them the feedback.
It's like we create a path for them to, we dig out the path and they drive through it.
Sure, that's a good analogy. Munir Allen, I, and someone else was on a driver retention video. So, they did a study that asked the question, what keeps drivers and what keeps drivers happy with the company? And, the easy answer that everybody goes to, both with what keeps customers happy and what keeps drivers happy, is price, money, right? But money actually for drivers was like the third priority. Obviously, if they're not making the sufficient money, they're not going to be kept. But at the end of the day, they have plenty of options. There's plenty of companies they can go to, where they'll make money. Same with customers. We've all had those customers and seen those customers that pay us more to do a shipment than the lowest option they have. So it's while money obviously plays a factor in everything business-wise, it's not the number one thing. The number one thing is the customer service experience that we kind of keep going back to. The driver experience, where they feel like you're talking to them like you're talking to somebody who you respect and value. The customer experience, where you're patient, you're calm, but then you also sound like you're capable of resolving a problem. With a customer, the example I would give is if they call in and they're upset about a shipment running late, or we messed up something, we delivered to the wrong address. If a customer is upset, the best thing we can do obviously is remain calm, but it has to be remaining calm while still taking proactive steps to resolve it, right? It's almost like if you walk into a hospital, an emergency room with a hole in your stomach, right? You don't want the doctor to start freaking out as you are, but you also don't want him to just kind of sit back and like remain calm and be like, oh, well, that's interesting. How did you get that hole? We'll take care of you, right? You want him to show you that he's taking steps, he's preparing his stuff, but he's also remaining calm. So same thing. That's kind of that being proactive. Like with any job or most jobs, things can get mundane and you feel like every day is just the same. But what we do matters. We're the connection between the person who's trying to provide for their family and that 100-year-old corporation that doesn't know or sometimes really think much about that driver, right? So we're in a unique position where we're the middleman between those two parties that have very different goals, that are in a very different place in their life, and we have to be able to balance, what our drivers want, being fair to them, and then taking care of the customers and providing them, with the best service. So yeah, just being proactive on both sides, on the customer service and the bidding side. If the right load comes out, jumping on it, bidding wisely, and then with customer service operations, patience, understanding, empathy, and then being proactive in resolving the issue. That's why I call it.
All right, that's good.